people. Can you feel it? Yes, the doctor is in and the world is turned on. We've got a theme tonight. We're going to be talking about talking, reeve about reeving. You know why talkback was invented? So ordinary bozos like you and me can listen to each other. That's right.
Whoa, this is so cool.
You reckon?
Can you show me how it all works?
Well, look, all I know is that you slide this switch up and talk into this contraption and magic.
I don't know about this, Valentine. It's so late. It was only that Claire pestered me so much.
Come on, it's only one night in a long, hard school year. And you never know, one day she might want to become a DJ.
Heaven forbid.
Oh, you said I could have a go tonight. All my friends are listening.
They are not. They're all tucked up in bed like you should be.
Mother's not cool like the rest of us, eh, Valentine?
All right. I said you could do it, didn't I?
Only after you had your arm twisted until it nearly broke.
I'll take good care of it, Elly, and as soon as we're wrapped here, I'll bring her straight home.
Okay.
Night, Mum.
Have fun.
You better put these on, Claire.
Sure.
So you know what's going on. There you go. Whoops, there we are. Can you hear some music? Good one.
What are you doing up this late?
I couldn't sleep. Thought this might help. I'm worried about Mr. Hughes and my job.
What's there to worry about?
Well, our pretend marriage. I think we might have blown it this time.
Is that bad? Not having your personal life controlled by Mr. and Mrs. Hughes?
Yeah, well, it's worse when your personal life's controlled by a lack of funds. There's not many jobs out there, Pen.
When the times get tough, the tough get going.
That's okay, in theory.
Okay, just before I take the first call, I'd like to introduce you to a very special guest of mine, an up-and-coming DJ, a Miss Claire Fielding, daughter of the famous Dr. Elly Fielding. Say hello to the night people, Claire.
Hey, dudes, can you feel it?
Okay, we'll take the first call.
You're bad news, Dr. Rock.
You're a fan, right?
You don't care what other people think or feel. You think radio was made for your own fat ego.
Come on, don't be shy. Tell us what you really think.
You just want us to think the same sick way you do.
Yeah, as opposed to the sick way you do.
You think you know it all, don't you? Well, as a reward, I sent you a present.
What sort of present?
You be nice now, or I won't tell you.
Really? Well, honey, I've got a present for you. The gift of pure silence. Back to La La Land for you, sweetheart. Nada.
I just have a lot going on in my head at the moment. Too much.
Well, like what?
Pressure. My job. People not believing what I say. Trying to do the best for my patient. Trying to have a personal life.
Well, I didn't realize it was that tough.
What?
The personal part.
No, it's not. It's just lately there seem to have been
Distractions.
You're the only one I want to be with, Sam.
Good. Be with me.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just not in the mood.
You don't seem to be in the mood at all lately.
I don't know, I can't seem to relax.
It's okay. It's all right. Nothing's that bad. I promise, Amy.
Baby, I love you. You know I really need you. Baby, I love you so much.
something to warm your ears, give your hair a tingle. 3 fun-loving girls who can call themselves teen queens. Be my baby. Over to you, Doc.
Okay, we'll take another call. Dr. Rock, tell me about freedom of speech.
Who do you think you are? What gives you the right to cut people off?
She's back again, folks. Don't take it personally, sweetheart. I cut everybody off. That's why they pay me.
You set yourself up as some kind of amazing guru. Based on what? What are your qualifications?
Same as yours, honey. I've got ideas and I want people to hear them.
Oh, sure. If someone says something you disagree with, you cut them off.
Hey, keep cool. I've got a low threshold of boredom. You got a minute to talk about something other than what you think of me.
Why should you be the one who decides who measures up? Who gives you the right to play with people's lives?
Simple. It's my show.
You're just exercising power, you mindless creep.
Hey, come on. You asked for this, honey. Oh, this one's angry, but she really doesn't know why.
Come on, don't worry about it, Claire. Cranks. Go to the territory.
Well, Elly's given me a few days off soon. I'll be fine when I've had a few days rest, I promise.
And what about Stephen?
What?
And wouldn't it be better if you were reassigned a new patient?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, if it's upsetting you so much.
Sam, it's not even up to me. You know, it depends on the rosters. What kind of hospital would it be if nurses could start picking and choosing their patients?
Yeah. Hey, do you want me to talk to Elly?
No. Sam, how would you like it if I went to your boss and said, Sam can only handle parking tickets from now on, please, because he's far too delicate for bashers and rapists.
Amy.
Sam, don't worry about me. I'm going to be fine after a few days' rest. I just need to relax. I need to get my batteries recharged.
But then what, you know?
I don't want to hear another word about Stephen. That's an order.
Dr. Rock, where are you coming from?
I'd like to speak to Dr. Claire, please.
It's for, you, partner, a fan.
What is it, dude?
I reckon you're the coolest, dude. Real groovy, born to talk back radio. Move over, Dr. Rock. Give us more of Dr. Claire.
Really? I mean, that's cool, dude. Keep those calls coming in.
Hey, what's happening here? I'm being replaced by a grommet.
She doesn't need encouragement, Bob.
Oh, she'll love it.
Oh, she sure will. Now she's a star with her own fans. She won't need school anymore. I'll have no chance of keeping her out of that radio studio.
She's having a ball. So why don't we just sit back, relax, and enjoy it?
I am relaxed.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
Well, I'm a bit concerned about her being out all night, talking to a bunch of freaks desperate to fill their empty lives.
She'll be fine. Joey's looking after her. You really are worried, aren't you?
Have you tried counting sheep?
Yeah, I stopped at 1,407. I'm angry.
Oh.
The more and more I think about it, the more and more cheesed off I get.
Better watch out or you'll get an ulcer.
Well, that's one thing I don't have to worry about, the amount of this I've drunk.
Now, why don't you get it all off your chest?
Why should Mr. Hughes impose his standard of morality on us? I mean, legally, as he well knows, we're both consenting adults. And what we do in our private lives is our business. Why should we kowtow to his ridiculous demands? I mean, why shouldn't we live in sin if we want to?
We're not living in sin,
Yeah, but that's
Joey.
beside the point. Why shouldn't you have an affair with CJ, if that's what you want?
I'm not having an affair with CJ.
We are talking principles here, Penny.
Anyhow, you said it was okay
What's okay?
for me to jump into bed with CJ.
Heat of the moment,
So you've changed your mind?
No, I certainly have not. Mr. Hughes should not be allowed to turn the clock back 20 years.
I mean about CJ.
What about him?
Never mind.
I do mind. I mean, I've got rights, you've got rights, we've both got rights. It's an infringement of our civil liberties, and it's got to stop.
Before you said you wanted the job.
I do.
So what are you gonna do?
Plead, beg, grovel.
Pull yourself together, James.
I've drunk too much milk.
Well, we're just gonna have to fix this. Once and for all.
Remember the first time we were ever alone together?
Oh, yeah, of course, my mum's dinner party. The night our parents got outrageously drunk and your father fell into the swimming pool.
Unsteady Eddie. He always was a lousy drunk.
Wasn't he funny? I mean, trying to swim around in his tuxedo. The ever-cool Mr. Farrell having to be saved by a waiter. I'll never forget it.
Neither will he.
And then you kidnapped me and took me up on the roof, you remember? And I was so scared, but you held my hand. And I sat there for ages wanting to kiss you. By the time I finally got the courage up to do it.
Oh, we saw your cat, that's right.
Poor Buzz, I've been looking for her for 2 days and she was probably up on the roof the whole time.
Never did like cats.
As I recall, you were actually the one that took her into the kitchen and gave her warm milk, you big softie. It took me 3 years to get the courage up to tell you how I felt about you. And you didn't even kiss me.
Just as well, your father would have killed me. I'm only 12 years old.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have told him. You know, we're not that different, you and I, Sam. We both really care about people. You're a policeman and I'm a nurse. And sometimes it's gonna be hard, but it's our job.
Amy, do you still love me?
More than ever.
Do you think we'll ever be happy again?
I'll do my best.
Good morning. Have a good day. Thanks.
That was a real Valentine. Awesome, thanks.
Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
I had a top time. Mostly. Funny how some people get so upset.
Well, there's a lot of angry people out there. But don't you worry about it. You're not going to get any hate mail. You won yourself a fan.
Yep. One fan of my very own. Wait till Mum hears.
Come on, where's that cab? Your mother's going to skin me alive if I don't get you home soon.
It'll be cool. She's not as tough as she makes out.
Listen, I'm just going to check if it's been ordered. You'll be all right out here?
Fine.
Okay, cool. Only be a sec.
Okay.
We should just tell the truth and be done with it.
Have you gone stark raving bonkers?
What have we got to lose?
My job? Your loan? This flat? You want to lose all that?
I'd rather not.
Right. I'll think of something else.
I've got brain fatigue from sleep deprivation.
Yeah? I noticed you weren't too tired to sit up and read this.
Yeah, well, this is interesting.
More interesting than the imminent collapse of our whole way of life?
You know, if you kept your imagination in check, we probably wouldn't be in this mess.
So it's my fault.
Who thinks he can solve his problems by hoping they'll go away?
I don't.
Oh, tell the truth.
Well, we tried that, remember? It doesn't work.
No, you said you were going to tell the truth, but you chickened out when it came to the crunch.
Look, I re-evaluated the situation from a realistic standpoint, taking into account the problem...
I will tell Mr. Hughes the truth.
Ah, Penny, no, I don't...
Take it or leave it. But I categorically refuse to be part of any more of your elaborate hoaxes.
Categorically refuse? You're starting to sound more and more like a shyster lawyer every day.
It's the company I keep. Good night.
Good morning.
Claire?
No sign of her? You sure she didn't sneak back inside without you noticing?
I checked with the security guard before I called you guys.
Elly could have picked her up.
Oh, that wasn't the arrangement. I said I was going to drop her off at home straight after the broadcast.
Doesn't look too good.
Sarge, maybe she got sick of waiting and decided to walk home.
I was gone less than a minute, Max.
Claire's too sharp a kid to go wandering the streets.
Well, Sarge, it means she's been picked up, abducted.
Look, let's not go jumping to conclusions. There could be other explanations.
Such as?
First thing we have to do is check it out at Elly's.
I went to see Julia yesterday.
Why?
I just want to know what's going on.
You had no right, Sam.
I asked her about the 2 years. The years you vanished.
What did Mummy have to say?
She advised me to drop it.
Good advice, Sam.
Well, I'm not taking it. If you've got a problem, Amy, I want to share it with you.
Sam, my only problem at the moment is you.
I thought you loved me.
I do, Sam. But I can't have you interfering in every part of my life. You know, you're getting more like your father every day.
What about those 2 years, Amy?
Wow, Sam. I told you that I was tired, that I needed a rest. No big deal, you know. But you have to go around snooping into parts of my life that don't concern you. I'm telling you for the last time, Sam. Just drop it.
I can't do that, Amy.
Then we can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
I think we should stop seeing each other for a while.
Wait a minute, I don't want this.
No? Well, I do. I want it. You're just gonna have to learn to trust me, Sam.
That'll be Claire. This is the first and last time she's staying up this late.
Morning, Elly. Is Claire here by any chance?
No, she's with Dr. Valentine. What's happened? What's wrong?
Claire's missing.
What are you talking about, missing? How could she be missing?
I left her outside the station for a few moments while I checked on a cab. When I got back, she was gone.
What do you mean gone? Gone where?
Someone's taken her.
Yeah, well, we're running all the standard checks. Newbridge has been informed and Max is out on patrol, but... Yep, it's possible.
How could you let this happen? She's only a child. You promised to look after her.
I know, I'm sorry.
We don't know what's happened yet. Now, Claire's a clever kid. She's resourceful. We'll find her.
I don't understand why you do it, Valentine. You've made more enemies than friends on the air.
Stuff happens.
Yes, and you also put innocence at risk.
Sarge, I checked the malls, parks, and schools. No one's seen him.
Yes, he is. Yeah. It's Triple E. They've got a woman on the line who insists talking to Dr. Rock. She reckons she's got Claire. She wants to talk to you on him.
Right. Tell them we'll be right there. Come on, let's go. Max,
right
you stay here.
It's okay.
Dr. Rock, you want to talk to me?
Oh, how the mighty have tumbled. Now I've got your attention. Now you'll listen instead of behaving like a child and cutting me off.
I want to talk to Claire.
Oh, bet you would. Uppity little man, aren't you? I want. Well, Dr. Rock, you can speak to her when I'm good and ready and not before.
How do I know you're holding her?
Think, Mr. Smarty Pants. How many people know your junior DJ is missing?
Is she all right?
Oh, the poor little dear is frightened, but I can assure you she's unharmed.
What do you want?
I want nothing but for you to listen to somebody else for a change instead of shooting off your big mouth. It's all so easy for you, isn't it? But what do you know about ordinary people? How they live, the daily mess they have to put up with.
You're causing some mess yourself by abducting an innocent girl. What has Claire ever done to you?
Nothing. But she's going to serve a purpose.
What sort of purpose?
You'll have to wait and see, won't you, Dr. Rock?
What was that present you gave me?
The flower bomb. And I redecorated your flat. Oh, get off the air, Dr. Rock.
Are you there? Are you there?
Good morning.
Mr. Hughes, just the man I want to see. I've decided to come straight with you.
I beg your pardon?
From your point of view, our marriage must seem terribly confusing, but I don't want you to hold James responsible for my behavior.
No?
He's been withholding information from you. In a sense, protecting me. He's very sweet. I have a confession to make.
Oh?
The reason why our marriage is having such difficulties is that I am a nymphomaniac.
Sweetheart, not a word now. Shut up. Come on. you know what's good for you, sweetheart? You'll stop fighting me.
So she hadn't called before last night?
Not that I can remember.
Come on, think. Claire's life's in jeopardy.
Sarge, I get 50 calls a night. Fair go. I can't place them all.
She's a certifiable nut. You must remember, surely.
Sorry.
What about your fan mail? Any of those letters contain the same sort of stuff?
I don't read them.
You know something, Valentine? You really ought to pay more attention to what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Well, if she calls back, try to get her name.
She'll call again.
How can you be so sure?
Because they always do. They want to be heard. That's the purpose of the exercise. You know, I'm hurt, listen to me, all that sort of thing.
OK, well, when she calls again, try to keep her talking for as long as you can, and we'll try and trace the call again. And be pleasant, don't rile her.
Dr. Rock.
It's nice to know I can call whenever I like now and get straight through. You'll be there ready, even eager to take my call. Not like before.
Well, maybe I wasn't as considerate as I should have been.
That's better. Now you're getting the message.
Listen, call me any time. I like to get to know you.
Oh, sure. You had your chance. It's too late now.
How can it be too late? We're talking now, aren't we?
That's only because I got your little friend.
How is she?
She hasn't been very well brought up. She tried to leave without saying goodbye.
Could I have a word with her?
Oh, don't be naive, Dr. Rock. Of course you can't talk to her.
How do I know she's all right?
She's alive and kicking. Take my word for it.
I hate talking to someone when I don't know their name. It's like we're not friends.
Kathy.
Kathy. That's a nice name. Kathy what?
Oh, don't be stupid, Dr. Rock. I'm not. You should know that by now.
Kathy, tell me, why are you doing this?
Because you have no idea of how lonely it is out here. And how crucial it is to be able to reach out and touch someone. Talk to someone. Someone who will listen and understand and not push you away. I used to think you were a lifeline, Dr. Rock. But you're not. You're cruel and heartless like all doctors.
Help, Valentine! Get me out of here!
Claire!
What's that?
It's a bomb, sweetheart. When the little hand and the big hand meet at 12, it's bye-byes. High noon.
But I didn't do anything. I'm just a kid.
I'm sorry it had to be you. But you're just a sacrificial lamb caught up in a larger, more significant event.
Listen, I reckon you're just lonely. Mum says a lot of tension makes grown-ups sort of sick. You don't really want to blow us up, do you?
Of course I do. You're going to be famous. Name plastered all over the papers. Picture on the evening news. We'll be immortal. Well, it's much better than living in this rotten world, isn't it?
Has anyone ever told you what an attractive man you are?
Not recently, no.
How strong and masculine?
Oh, really?
What's going on?
Oh, James, there you are. Penny and I have just been having a most enlightened discussion. Now, of course, I can understand the stress that you've been under.
Mr. Hughes, this charade has got to stop.
Let me tell you, James, this is none of my doing. Your wife was...
Mr. Hughes, will you please hear me out? I lied to get my job with Wilcox, Gardner and Hughes. Penny and I are not married. We simply share the flat together.
Well, that's not good enough. We can't have that sort of attitude amongst our employees.
Mr. Hughes, to be quite honest, you employed me as a lawyer. I mean, you have no right whatsoever to interfere in my personal life.
Are you telling me how to run my firm?
Not at all. You can stick your job. I quit.
But you just can't do that.
Well, I just did. I'll see you out.
Well, really?
Yes, really.
What a guy.
You think so? Thanks.
Don't even think about it, sweetheart. Now, come on. Hand it over.
Here's 4 letters from someone signing herself Kathy. All West Side postmarks.
So she's a local.
It's pretty irrational stuff, all about people in authority. Got a real grudge against the tyranny of power.
Then what has she got against me? We're on the same side.
I'm no psychologist, but I'll take a punt and say you must have let her down in some way.
Dr. Rock.
Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you called.
Oh, Dr. Rock, you say the sweetest things.
Is Claire okay?
Yeah. I got a plan.
You're not going to hurt Claire, are you?
I'm going to do what I have to.
Kathy, I'm sorry I upset you in the past, but we're friends now. What's really bothering you? What have I done that's upset you so much?
You're just like all the others.
Or the other what?
Doctors.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You will. Real soon.
Tell me now.
You had your chance and you blew it.
Give me a second chance.
I didn't get one. Oh, no. It's been downhill all the way.
What do you mean? What happened?
I gave 15 years of my life to that stinking rotten army and they kicked me out.
Why, Kathy?
I got pregnant and I was out.
That doesn't sound very fair to me. Couldn't you get maternity leave?
No way. The father, he was a captain. He just dumped me. He wanted me out. So I brought up little Timmy on my own. And we were happy, just the two of us. Oh, sure, it was a struggle.
He was all the things his father wasn't. He was affectionate. He was caring. He was loving and...
Kathy, are you still there?
Yeah.
You were telling me about little Timmy. What happened then?
My darling little boy got meningitis. So I took him to the famous Dr. Fielding.
She let poor little Timmy, that blameless, innocent, suffering kid, die. I'm sure Dr. Fielding did everything she could. Medical science can't cure everything, Kathy. She let my darling die. He was only 5. He had his whole life ahead of him. But she denied him that. She was too busy making money to save him, like all doctors.
I know who she is.
There's no one here.
Amy, what are you doing here? I thought you had a couple of days off. Not yet. Soon. Can't seem to keep you away from the place. Well, I think that Stephen benefits from consistency in his care. I'd be careful if I were you. Why? I think you're getting too familiar with him. Isn't that how we're supposed to be with our patients? Our patient is pure veggie, Amy. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. You're probably right. It doesn't matter then, does it? Suppose not. Anyway, seeing as you're here, I'm sure you wouldn't mind if I just ducked out for a sec. Oh, Melanie, be my guest. Hi, Stephen. How are you feeling? Picking up? On top of the world? Quiet? Never mind. Won't be long. I have something to tell you. I could be getting myself into a whole lot of trouble here. I need you, Stephen. We have a lot of work to do together, you and I. But it'll pay off. Because we're going to get you back on your feet again. Trust me.
I know you got upset talking about Timmy, but I think it helps to talk, Kathy.
Let it hang out. Let's hear the rest of your story. If you're still listening, please give me another call.
The line is open. I'm standing by, waiting for you, Kathy. You want to take a crack at this? She might listen to you.
This is Elly Fielding, Kathy. I remember you, and I remember little Timmy.
He was a good boy. And I'm sorry I couldn't save him. But I did my level best, Kathy. You've got to believe that.
Spinal meningitis is an insidious disease. Unless you catch it early enough and hit it with everything, it's very hard to stop.
I gave Timmy the maximum amount of antibiotics I could for his age. And he didn't respond.
I was his doctor. I was responsible for his treatment. Blame me if you wish, that's your right. But please, listen, Kathy. Taking Claire won't bring Timmy back. She's a young innocent just like he was. I appeal to you as a mother. Please don't hurt my only child.
says, but if you bring her back unharmed, I'm sure we can work something out. There are extenuating circumstances. The authorities won't be too harsh. Where are you, Kathy? Please pick up the phone and call me at the studio. I know how you feel. I'm a mother too.
And you can find out what happens at the same time on Monday. Well, after the break, we've more explosive action as Bob Holness invites you to play blockbusters.